Maybe you've noticed a trend in society that's been going on probably around the world, but definitely in America. From the start of Black Lives Matter and going obviously back farther, we have now a schism in America where people cannot even be in the same room as each other when there's a disagreement with a topic as specific as gender identity. Not to mention everything else that can be debated nowadays. Where's the discussion? Where's the unity that United States was based off of? Nowadays, it's more of the free states of America. I'm not here to talk about America and its political schisms, but in order to understand these things more, let's look back in the Bible times, in this week's Parsha, when Korach stages a rebellion against Moshe, against Moses. He says, he gathers his assembly and says, aren't we all holy? Who put you in charge of this congregation? We're all holy and you're limiting us. We should all be the priests. We should all be able to bring sacrifices. And it forms and causes a major rebellion. But what's really underlying below the surface? Obviously, Korach wants his own power because in his we're all equal argument, he would be the one who replaces Moses and becomes in charge of the whole thing. So I would call this radical individuality, when everybody around wants to live their life, their truth, in their own comfortable reality, regardless of what everybody else believes. And we're able to do that. As human beings, we are able to alienate ourselves and live in a comfortable environment where only we feel safe. We don't have to let anybody in. However, that's not what it's all about. Just like the United States was founded on unity, Judaism was also founded on unity. The community mattered more than the individual, and it still does today. That's what Judaism's all about. In an adventure, it's the same way. Your growth must happen for the sake of those around you. It's not only about you. If by you growing, you're destroying the world around you, you're not actually growing, you're destroying yourself and others. But when you do something nice, when you give charity, when you help somebody in need, or any other of the mitzvahs, you're building the world because you're building yourself. And you're building yourself in order to build the world. By building yourself, if destruction occurs, you're building no one. Korach's rebellion was completely and utterly destructive, while Moses' leadership was constructive, building a nation that would work together, even though it is true that not everybody is equal in their responsibility burdens. Everybody is equal in how much they matter to everybody else and how much their little effort affects the community around them. When it's done constructively, they're building the world. When it's done destructively, they're destroying all civilization and themselves in the act. So rise above the radical individuality and see others as who they are and bring the best out of them. We're part of a society, we're part of a culture, we're part of a community. Let the whole world know that and bring them along with you. Shabbat Shalom.